Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley in Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. See the water in the background? Don't it look real good? Here we go. Selling and being your own boss. What in the world did he just say? I said selling and being your own boss. See, here's the thing, guys. A lot of times when people work in sales, they think they work for somebody. But let me tell you the truth, you don't. You work for yourself. You work for a company that, gives you free reign to be able to go out there and sell stuff. Now, if you're working in retail and stuff like that, they may micromanage you a little bit more because, they're working in a showroom. They're trying to make sure their products get sold and stuff like this. But see, here's the key. If you're out there selling door to door, business to business, if you're over the phone selling, calling people, you're working on your own, you're working from your home, you're out there driving around, seeking customers, trying to find customers, you don't work for nobody else, but you work for yourself. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Our topic for today is selling and being your own boss. Being your own boss is a really cool thing. I'm at lunchtime right now. I get a chance. I'm out here in Jacksonville Beach. I'm walking down the beach. I'm really enjoying the surf today. I'm looking at it. And I had a few minutes, so I figured I'd come out here and share some information about selling. And here's the key, guys. If you're in sales, you work for yourself. You are your own boss. You're doing the things that you need to do. You're going to have to go out there and knock on doors. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to do the things that a lot of people don't like to do. One of them is work on straight commission. If you're working on commission and if you're trying to make some big money, honey, you're in the right place. The key to success when you're out trying to sell is you have to remember you work for yourself. Mr. Bedford said something not too long ago, which I thought was pretty unique. He talked about people that worked for him. You had those people that really busted butt, and then you had those ones who just got enough and they were satisfied. Well, here's the thing. If you work for yourself and if you're a boss and you're working for yourself in sales, you've got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. You got to start thinking outside the box. You have to, once you sell something, when the iron is hot, keep selling. Keep looking for that next sell. If you're making money, see, money makes money, and your mindset makes you decide that, hey, I want to sell something. And if you're out there selling and you start selling, you're making some money, don't give up right then and there because, see, remember, you work for yourself. You're your own boss. And like I said, when it's hot, baby, it's real hot. So you got to make sure that when it's real hot that you get out there and do the stuff that mediocre salespeople don't want to do. They don't want to get out there and bust butt. They just want to get that little paycheck, and then they go, okay. But see, I know that's not you. You're like me. I'm a salesperson. I'm a real salesperson. I'm a person who likes to make money. I like to help people, and I have a tremendous amount of fun. But our subject for today is selling and being your own boss. Being your own boss can be kind of cool sometimes. But if you are a lazy person, the reason why I say that, been there, done that, and if you're a lazy person, you ain't gonna make the money that you really, really can. Because see, selling gives you the opportunity to get out there and knock on them doors, baby. Then I'm gonna tell you what, if you kind of lazy, if you decide you don't want to do nothing that day, your paycheck will surely show it. Because see, here's the thing, we work on commission. And when you work on commission, baby, that means you got to get out there and do the things that you really don't want to do. Like get up in the morning, do the things, got to get up, get dressed, go talk to these people, call these people that'll say no, no, no to you. You got to talk to these people that'll throw objections up at you. But see, here's the key. You work on commission so you can make a tremendous amount of money. And if you're in selling and if you want to make a tremendous amount of money, you got to go ahead and figure out, well, what's my niche? What's the product that I want to sell? And if you start selling something that you like, you can make some real good money, honey. And I mean real good money. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. And our selling topic for today is selling and being your own boss. I'll tell you what. I've been in sales since the 80s in one form or capacity. I've helped a lot of people get a lot of things, and one of the things I learned early on is that I work for myself. Now, you may, like I said, work for a company. You may think that they are your boss, but what they are basically is the direction givers. They tell you what you need to do, what they want you to do, but see, here's the thing, you get to do it. And if you're a salesperson, and if you want to make some money, you got to get out there and do the things that nobody wants to do. Selling, like I said, is a great opportunity. It's a great career. It's just a great thing. I love it. I love the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all when it comes to selling. And I wouldn't tell you a lie. Sometimes it can be real stressful. Sometimes it can be very, very hard. And sometimes you need to go to the beach so you can get away from it all. But see, the key to success in selling is, remember, you are your own boss. You have to make those times. You got to go ahead and start scheduling those days. You got to go ahead and route those days. You got to get those products that are available that you can go ahead and route your day out, so that way you don't waste your time, honey. Because if you're out there in the field and you're driving from one side of town to the other side of town, what happens is you lose momentum. You lose a lot of money. And when you're out there driving around, make sure you're listening to stuff that can help you to be successful. And when you go from sale to sale, you got to tell yourself, I like myself, I like myself. I'm a great salesman. I can do anything I put my mind to. That's what my mom always tells me. And the key to success when you're out there selling is you got to do more than the average bear. And what I mean by that is, hey, listen, if somebody's just going out and seeing 1 or 2 customers a day, you need to go out there and see 5 to 10. Now, what'll happen is when you're out there, you may run into situations where you don't talk to nobody for the first 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3, 4 places you stop, but don't quit, because see, you work for yourself, and the very next call that you make could be the next person who's going to buy from you. But if you don't get out there, remember, it's a numbers game. It's a great number, and the number is just, you've got to do more. And a lot of the people that I know that are very successful in sales have committed themselves. They know that they work for themselves. They're their own bosses, and they know that, hey, listen, if I don't do my job, somebody's going to replace me. And see, here's the key. When you're out there selling something, you got to remember, we're important and we matter. But the key to success in selling is we are our own bosses. We have got to do the do. What that means, basically, you got to get out there and do the work. If you're a salesperson, if you're working for yourself, you know, big people, companies who make it really good, and small businesses that make it real good aren't the ones who are real sheepish, who don't ask for the order. They're not the ones who don't do the work. They bust butt, man. They work those long hours until they get to a point where, hey, the balance becomes natural and normal. You know, your family deserves it. Because, see, they are looking at you. They're looking at me. My son's always looking at me, and I'm teaching him. I take him on sales presentations. I take him out in the field. Because a lot of people don't know that they really work for themselves, especially when you're in the sales business. Selling is a great opportunity. And, you know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a very simple conversation about selling and being your own boss, man. You are your own boss. What do you want to do? Work for somebody for the rest of your life and get a menial paycheck? Or do you want to go out there and sell something that you know that you can sell and make the most money that you can make? You can do this. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a wonderful conversation about, hey, I'm a boss. You're a boss. So if we're bosses, we got to do the do. We got to go out there and do the work. We got to pick up the phone. We got to sell stuff. But we got to remember, when you think you work for somebody, always remember you work for yourself. So go out there and sell something, be the best boss you can be, and go out there and make some money. That's what I'm getting ready to go do. I have me a little time to spend out here at the beach. Now it's time to go back and sell something, because I'm the boss. All right.